Here I find myself very much more connected to people, and people understand me better here, because other places in the world that I've been to, even in my hometown or in London, any sort of art that I would make, I would have to really go into why I was doing it and how I did it, and I had to justify my reasons for doing pieces. But all the artists that I've met here and all the other people that I've met here, they are so open and they immediately understand your intentions and your ideas. Not just the artists that I've met here, but also literally everyone in Jingdezhen. I feel everyone's an artist here. I am Megan White. I am a Kenyan artist. I studied in the UK for fine art, and I specialized in ceramics and sculpture. I first came to Jingdezhen last year in 2024. My professor and teacher from England, and he visited JCU University, and whilst he was there he knew about the residency program, and then he told me about it. I was there for a residency for about 3 months, and within that 3 months I was able to explore the city. I met a lot of artists, abroad artists and international artists, as well as Chinese artists as well, who were working on the residency with me there. And that was my first time, not in China, but the first time I was in Jingdezhen. Different cities in China. Other cities I've been to is Shanghai, Beijing, Chengdu, and they're very much cities. So they're very industrial, very large, but I come from a very small town in Kenya, so I found myself a little bit lost in the larger cities in China. But when I first came to Jingdezhen, I felt that it was so familiar to me. I think it's a little bit smaller here, and especially since we're near to the mountains, I felt a lot of natural inspirations as well in the city. Sometimes you're not even able to speak the same language. I mean, I've met people here that only speak French, or even Chinese people, only speak Chinese, but we all have this mutual understanding about art. It's a very universal language. So I feel like we don't even really need to speak the same language to understand each other's artwork.
Yes, we'll go across. So yes.
Jingdezhen is very well known for the Tsinghua blue and white painting. So a lot of people do it here. So I felt like it would be a missed opportunity if I didn't do it. So I grew up on the Kenyan coast, and we were right on the beach, and I think my inspiration definitely came from my childhood. Most of my joy was really looking in the rock pools and on the beach, these tiny little worlds in itself, and through that I really had a huge appreciation for like smaller animals such as crabs, hermit crabs, little prawns, shrimps, anything that crawled around in the ocean. So right now I'm doing a lot of the traditional painting, so it's a lot of mountains and flower patterns. That's very classical with the Tsinghua technique and the vases. So that's what I intended to do, like classically beautiful or standard vases, but then influence it by my own inspirations by using coral effects and carving. I just find this place so fascinating, and every single week I'm always discovering something new and different, and I'm always trying something else. And I feel like the city is forever moving and changing. I mean, this city was very well known for ceramic manufacturing and factories here. So I feel like a lot of the artists themselves or factories in themselves were always changing, developing, moving. Everyone is moving. And I find it very motivating, very stimulating when everyone has this drive in themselves and passion for art. I think it will be a permanent base for me, because I find the world is actually so much more connected than we realize. I feel like this is definitely going to be part of my life from now on. I'd love to explore more of China and understand and to learn other processes, but I think Jingdezhen will now be a really important part, and especially if I want to continue my career as a ceramic artist. And I think that anybody who's into ceramics has some sort of relationship in here, so I think that will continue.